What's up? We got Greg here. What's up, Greg?
Not much, man. Rainy day.
Cooking in here because I just got I had a heater hooked up to my Google, right, with the voice thing, and I had it for almost a year, right. I get an email from Amazon. I'm not kidding you. A week or so ago, I'm getting tired of these sirens and stuff. And then they've been doing construction down here for like 4 months, literally on the street. But I get this email from Amazon that said, warning, your product could be defective. Cut the cord, unplug immediately, may cause fire or blow up. And this is a heater that I was already running in here for like 8 months, 9 months. So I'm like, Jesus, and I don't even have the money to go out and just...
You shouldn't be able to file some kind of lawsuit because you're handicapped.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well, just to get the money back, they wanted me to go through all this crap, and I don't have the original box, and I don't have, you know what I mean? I don't have none of this a year later.
Yeah.
So I had to go...
You know what? I think the law is all you got to do is call them and read the serial number off, and they have to refund you your money.
Amazon? Because they sent this whole legal document in the email saying you got to do all this to get this back. And I'm like,
yeah, well, that's what they try to do. They try to get you not to. But that's not, that's what they want you to do to make it easy on them. But
I don't want to.
We're sure you don't have to.
I've spent so many hours, though, on the phone with them before. Remember how I was telling you I called back 17 times to get them to verify because I'm blind.
Yeah.
So they can't verify who I am because they can't text me and email me with code. So I just spent $95 and I got a new one from Walmart instead. The heck with them. But I don't have that 90. It costs more than the other one, you know what I mean? So I got this new one and it won't stay connected to the Wi-Fi. Jesus. So it keeps running, it won't and I can't shut it off. And I'm in here cooking.
You need a remote control one.
Well, I can't use the buttons. I can't push the buttons. They're too small. I tried that, and the last ones I bought, they were real tiny.
Oh, okay.
And plus, I can't see the buttons anyway. And if I'm laying in the bed at night, I can't really reach it from where I'm at. I'm just having crap and stuff. I mean, it stays connected, but then a day or two later, it disconnects. And if it's on, running, it'll just keep going.
Yeah.
So I'm in here like sweating, cooking in here, and I'm like, how is that not more of a hazard? If it just keeps running, then the one that would blow up. But what do you, I don't know. I'm glad that I have it because I need, when it's like 50 degrees out, like the last couple of days, the heat don't kick on in the house because it's too warm. So I'm in here, my bones are cold. So,
yeah, you got that window right there.
Yeah, and it's cracked, and there's no insulation in this house at all. So I'm drafty in here. I like it about 80 degrees. Since I've gotten older, I need it warmer. So I gotta have it in the 70s or 80 degrees, and then I'm comfortable. But other than that, yeah, Greg hasn't been on in a while, but we got all kinds of stuff to talk. We can talk about Supernatural. Tony Todd just died a couple of days ago. You know Tony Todd? Candyman?
Tony Todd.
Candyman.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. I talked about it a couple of days ago. I heard it on a podcast. Bloody Disgusting. Shout out to them. They used to have a website.
Yeah. You know what? I guess now I think about the last couple times I've seen him and stuff, he was kind of old.
He's looking. That's what my brother-in-law said. Because I heard the last Candyman. I didn't get to see it because on my site. But I know he was in it. But I don't think he wasn't the main character, right?
I've seen it. He was either on Netflix or HBO, and it was just terrible. I turned it off after playing.
I think he had lung cancer. Oh, you thought it was terrible? I thought it was all right. The remake, or whatever they want to call it. It was a different guy, right?
We have a lot of different tastes.
Yeah. It was just a new guy, right? But he was pretending to be the Candyman, kind of. Is that what it was? Because that's the plot that I got. I couldn't see it, but.
I don't know. Put it this way: I paid attention for about 5 minutes, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
didn't care, didn't follow it.
I made it all the way through somehow. I was surprised I made it through The Crow, though. We were just talking about that. The new Crow, 2024. It's like an hour and 51 minutes, almost 2 hours. So it's longer than the other one. Was like
do you listen to the actual movies, or do you have a special audio with us?
No, I got the movie on Google Play. I'm just listening to it. So that's the whole movie.
Okay.
Yeah, at one point, I kid you not, it sounds like Killing Me Softly is playing. That's when I was like, that's it. You know the song by the Fugees, Killing Me Softly? And I'm like, but it's not the song. It's like the soundtrack. It's like do do do
Yeah, I know what you mean. Killing me softly with this.
Yeah, but they're just playing the instrumental. And I'm like, oh my God, you got the crow. I'm done. You know what I mean? And then later on, there's like an orchestra playing, and I guess that's when he's killing a bunch of people. That's just so cheesy. Really?
I don't think I got that before.
No, I mean in The Crow.
Oh, the crow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they're killing me softly. That's when I was like, oh no, I'm done. Like halfway through, they start playing "Killing Me Softly" at one point, and then
Yeah.
there's a big fight scene, I guess, where there's an orchestra playing, and he's killing people to the music, you know. And I'm like, how cheap? Like, come on, man. Because I mean, I'm a director too, writer, and all that. And this is really what we got. Basically, I mean, I don't know if you want me to spoil. I'm not going to really spoil anything if I tell you what wasn't in it, you know. But basically, there was no little kid, right? So there was a kid in the first one, his friend, Draven, and his girl had a friend. That girl, I don't know, was her name was Shelly or I forget what her name was. Shelly was his girl. I don't know. There was no cop friend, so there was no Ernie Hudson character, right? Because he was their friend. He was a cop, right? When there was no character like that. There was no guitar music playing, like he wasn't in the band that I could figure out.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Because it's a different era.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, metal and hard rock was still part. Now everybody listens to that whip music they play these days.
He was a musician, though. It doesn't matter. People play.
Yeah, right.
It's just there was no Hell Knight. What about that bad guy? What was that guy's name who plays with the big lips?
Fire 'em up.
Yeah, what was that guy's name who was the leader? He was the leader. Remember the guy? He was the leader of all them guys who wanted to kill the crow because he knew he had the power.
Yeah.
What was his name? I forget his name. He's a bad guy in all the movies. He wasn't. There wasn't nobody.
He was. His girlfriend was his sister.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he was an awesome character. He had the long black hair.
Yeah, he was the one that shot him, right? Yeah. And he's the one that...
That's what I mean, all them guys, even them, like, thugs were all cool characters, you know?
Yeah, you don't have any of those... This is just a movie with a guy named Eric Draven. And they do have the Skull Cowboy, which was that guy that he went back in the underworld and talked to in the original one, but there's more of a part in this one. It sounds like it's an Asian guy, so they were trying to have some Asians in here. So he goes to the underworld and talks to the guy. He's like, if I go get it, can I come back and trade my soul for hers and all this other crap? There's no plot. It doesn't make sense in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she has an accent like she's British. His girlfriend, and so I don't know. It's just,
on the other hand, you know it was really good. They had the Penguin series on HBO. It's really good, man. First of all, Colin Farrell plays them, and you can't see this.
Yeah.
But you know how Colin Farrell, he's kind of a small, pretty boy. Well, they put all this, he's this big, fat, bloated.
Oh, they did make him look like a penguin? Okay.
Yeah, no, he looked nothing like the comic book penguin. Other than he had a limp because he had like a brace from from something happened when he was a kid. But he was this big, fat monster guy, like I tell you, mob guy.
Oh, okay.
Well, it wasn't the penguin. Other than being Boston City, it wasn't. But,
Is it the penguin from the movie? It's the penguin from the last Batman movie, right?
Yeah. And then this 8 or 9 episodes is a setup for Batman 2.
No, I didn't even check out the first one because I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the first one sucked bad.
Yeah, see, I couldn't do that. Same with Joker.
It had a nice look, but I don't want the Riddler to be some fucking long-haired computer nerd.
Did he have the costume on with the... He didn't have the question marks on him and all that?
No. He was some fucking freaky, nerdy-looking dude with glasses.
I like Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I like Jim Carrey with the red hair, and then he killed that guy, threw him out the window. That was funny.
Yeah.
He drained his brain. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Those were good. I like those first four ones a lot better than any of the Christian. Well, the Christian Bale with
the Joker.
Was pretty good.
Heath Ledger. I mean, that one's iconic.
Well, Bane wasn't bad.
No.
I didn't like Christian Bale at all.
I didn't like him. I liked him as Bruce Wayne better than Batman. Which reminds me, they're doing another American Psycho, which I don't know who they're going to do, or it's going to be a remake or what.
Did you see the second one with the girl?
Yeah, with Mila Kunis, it was good. I like that. I was telling
Oh,
people
that's right.
about that.
Yeah. I forgot it was her. Yeah.
Yeah, she ends up
Yeah.
being the killer. Spoilers, but it's a female killer. She's obsessed with the original killer, and so she's crazy though, Mila Kunis. I like. There's one out right now called "The Substance" with Demi Moore. Have you seen a commercial for that? Demi Moore's back in a movie called "The Substance," where this person takes some kind of substance, and it makes a younger version of them or something. But it's out now. Called
I
"The
like a younger
Substance."
version of Demi Moore.
Yeah, like it brings out like a crazy, wilder, younger version of yourself. Yeah.
The only thing I've seen with her is she's doing a new series on Hulu or Paramount or something with Billy Bob Thornton and somebody else.
So she's coming back out of retirement doing a bunch of stuff. And that's usually what they do. But yeah, Tony Todd was in the remake of the Night of the Living Dead, right? He was in the Candyman movies, Final Destination movies,
Yeah.
all the Hatchet movies, the 4 Hatchet movies. For people that don't remember,
I actually watched those because the first one. I
Hat.
don't know. I guess it was the one where they're in New Orleans.
Yeah, oh, that one's
And
great. Don't that dude look like Shaggy from Scooby Doo in there? That one guy.
I don't really remember.
Yeah, when you watch it again, there's a dude that looks like Shaggy,
I won't watch it again. Trust me.
and then there's that young black dude who's funny as heck. He's been in a couple
Yeah.
movies.
Well, I like the Asian guy.
And then that guy who's doing he's trying to do that tour, and he's not allowed to be out there. He's illegally doing a tour.
Yeah.
And isn't that the one with the porn?
Like
The guy shooting the porn, right?
Like on different people and stuff.
Yeah, the guy shooting the porn, right? They do brings on a couple strippers with a camera. Is that the one? The first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
David Groening's the guy that brings the snitch.
Yeah, I mean, there's good characters in that, man. They run up a tree at that one point to get away. And that's where the dude is up there screaming. He's like, hell no, I ain't coming down. They're like, it's safe, come down. Yeah, that movie is, because it plays on all them stereotypes, but it's hilarious. And that's Kane Hodder that played Jason. So he just rips people's arms off, head off, you know.
I knew you were going to say that.
What, Kane Hodder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Kane Hodder. You know, they show him in that one.
The one where he plays, the guy that hacked up all them ladies in real life.
The BTK killer. BTK killer?
No. He was from the 50s.
Oh, Ed Gein. Yeah.
Oh,
Ed Gein, the butcher of
that was
Plainfield.
horrible. That was
Yeah.
horrible. You can't even tell me one good thing about it.
Uh,
Hodder didn't say a word in it.
He was good. He was crazy. Yeah. That proved that he could act.
That was horrible.
You didn't like it?
That was a B movie to me. He can't act.
You didn't like it?
He's horrible.
Well, he's
No,
scared.
it was horrible.
He's scary. I thought he was creepy and scary. You know, maybe this is a certain character. And the same with the BTK killer. He didn't really much say. He was like a preacher going around in a van killing people. Maybe it was just because he was creepy in his
I
eyes.
never seen that one. No.
Yeah, based on the true story too. He started playing killers. Ed Gein, BTK, without the mask and makeup on, you know. So, because he had burns on his body from when he was younger. He lit himself on fire.
Yeah, I noticed that on
Yeah.
when he was on playing Edward Gein or whatever.
Yeah, so he always wears gloves usually. When I met him and he choked me, he was wearing gloves. And you can see on his neck he had scars. He lit himself on fire doing a stunt and it didn't go out. And then he had to have one of these grafts done and they went wrong. And he almost died literally in the hospital. There's a movie called To Hell and Back, the story of Kane Hodder. It was free on Tubi or something. And it talks
Yeah,
about
actually, no, I decided not to watch it.
he almost died because they didn't do the surgery right. And they took the skin off and put it in the wrong parts. And it was infected. Oh, God. But hey, he got to be Jason. He got to do all these other. There's a skit on TV or on YouTube. But he was on Arsenio Hall. Do you remember that years ago? Jason Voorhees with the whole costume was on Arsenio Hall, and he didn't speak the whole time. He just sat there and turned his head, looked at, and it's hilarious. Even just listening to it. If you go on YouTube, it's Jason Voorhees on our Arsenio Hall show, and
I'll pass.
Kane Hodder said that was so.
Yeah, I'll just-
They wouldn't do that nowadays, though. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it got to be on Arsenio, and shoot them scenes in New York City. Remember he was in New York in that one Manhattan? That was so cool,
Yeah.
being in New York with all that on. But you were telling me about some supernatural. Remember I told you about Robert Englund? Yeah, he was in season 6.
Yeah.
Dr. Robert, they called him. And it was an episode where Dean,
Yeah, I remember that.
he had to get put under, and they were going to bring him back to life, and like the Flatline, what was that called? Flatliners? The movie? Yeah, like yeah, like with Julia Roberts. That was a good one. The original one with Kevin Bacon.
Oh, that's a great movie. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
They put them under, and then but when they come back, they got stuff that comes with them. It's scary. And but Dean goes under for like 8 minutes and stuff or something, comes back. But yeah, you were talking about couples or marriages that met on Supernatural, or people dated on Supernatural.
Yeah, he was on my Google feed. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, there's Jared and Genevieve Palicki.
Yeah.
Got married.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Caudle and Rob, what's his name, that played God and Chuck.
You talk about the redheaded, what's her name, the witch, Ruth McConnell.
Yeah.
Wow, her and Rob Benedict.
Yeah.
Oh my, that little squirrely dude.
Yeah.
She seems like she's way older than him too, don't she? I don't know.
I don't know, it's hard to say.
I love her.
She was on that Dead Boys Detective Agency, and she looked a little younger.
I love her accent. She's just hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I thought she was next.
You know what I mean? The podcast I listen to is hosted by the dude that plays Loki and the dude that plays Gone Rob. It's Rob and then Richard Spade Jr., right? So it's Rob Benedict
Yeah.
and Richard Spade, and they do a podcast called Supernatural Then and Now. And so they started with episode 1, season 1, and every week they review. This is their first time watching them all the way through, and they review each episode. And then they bring on interview with directors, writers, behind the scenes. So they're on season 6 right now out of 15.
Yeah.
But I mean, they interviewed everybody. Sometimes they have on Misha Collins, and he don't sound like that. His voice is not like it's more of a high pitch. Yes. So they all sound a little bit different. You know what I mean? They exaggerate their accents. But I love Ruth McConnell. So her and God, and then who else?
Well, the big surprise. Well, there was other stuff like what's his name's character?
He said Ty Olson and Ty Olson and.
Oh yeah, well I was saving that one, but for last. But that's the big shocker. But
yeah. Mark Shepard.
Yeah, Mark Shepard met his wife at a supernatural convention.
Oh, okay.
And there was a couple other ones that were minor, like guest stars that hooked up and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many people been on those shows.
DJ Qualls.
Yeah, DJ Qualls and Ty Olson, and they're both male.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they legally married now?
I don't know if they're. I can't remember.
Or they were just dating.
Read it. That was the big shocker to me. That was the only one I really read because it kind of shocked me.
I wouldn't. I mean, DJ Qualls. Maybe he's a little or Metro or what. I mean, I don't put people in a category, but I would never thought Ty Olson. You know. But that's. I mean, hey. Anybody can be anybody. People don't have to be out there. What used to bother certain people about certain things was certain things used to be just all out there and all like really in your face, and that's what certain people. I'm just using the word certain. Used to not like. But when you could just be you, you know what I mean. Then it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But certain people used to just be, you got to make it extravagant. You got to point it out that you're this way or that way. No, that's your business, right?
Yeah.
So I expect.
How I Met Your Mother.
Maybe a couple episodes, yeah.
Well, what's his name? He's a 3 names guy. Doogie Howser, but he's gay and he played the biggest woman.
You mean Doogie Howser? Oh my God, I can't think of his name.
What's his name? I love him. He's funny as hell.
He was in Harold and Kumar. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Remember he got shot and came back in the next one? Hey, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, yes.
Yeah, he was massaging the girl and stuff, and he's spitting on her, and he's like, and then, oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another one. He's like a womanizer, and he's, yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious though when they're in the whorehouse and she shoots him and he's dead, and then he's alive in the next one again. He's like, God brought him back.
Matt, oh God, why can't I think anybody's name today? But Matt,
I've,
he was in the,
I've been that way too.
what's that?
I said I've been that way too. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. What the hell? Uh, uh, oh well.
Um, Matt, he was in the prequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was a badass in that. And the first time I remember seeing him was on American Horror Story Hotel.
The army guy?
And he was what's that?
The army guy?
Nah, he's not, I don't know if he's an art. He might have. I don't know. Matt, but he played some badass characters. He's gay.
Oh, okay. The sheriff, well, not the sheriff guy. He died, right? Army, whatever.
He's a negative man on the Doom Patrol. I think he's gay in that too. So.
I don't think I ever saw that one. Is that
I don't know. My dad would know more, so I can't look it up.
I got
Died.
the Sully Awards. I came up with a name for it. Remember before I had some brackets of like best poop, best kiss, best fight, best.
Oh yeah. I was waiting to do those, but.
Did you think of any more? Well, we could think of some while we're on. I got a couple more here to tell you. Maybe you could. When I get,
best kiss.
I need 5.
One.
When I get 5, I need like 5, and then I can break them down. But for best kiss right now, all I have is the Spider-Man. Yeah,
I didn't say. All right, Lady and the Tramp.
Oh yeah.
Spaghetti scene.
There you go with the spaghetti, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You talking about the spaghetti?
Just watching Batman Returns when Michael Keaton kisses Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer.
I forget. How does he kiss her? Just.
I forget. Well, it reminds me. I just remember Michael Keaton saying acting's the best job in the world.
Yeah.
And they asked him why. He said, I just got paid to make out with Michelle Pfeiffer in a cat suit.
Then he. Is that when after he got his mask, he ripped the mask off, or?
Well, Howard, you called me and I didn't get to see the scene, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely like that Lady and the Tramp.
But he kisses her.
I like that Lady and the Tramp because that's different. And as soon as you said Lady and the Tramp, I was thinking spaghetti, because that's just the classic romantic kiss period. You know what I mean? I need that kind of. So we got Lady and the Tramp. I like that one there. And we'll think of some more there. And then let's see here. The best fight, I added a new one. So the first one I had was the Roddy Piper scene in They Live in the alleyway. I mean, that's just a classic.
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, over some sunglasses. It's like 7 minutes long, them two.
Yeah.
And the second one I got is in Sudden Death when Van Damme fights that penguin. And it sounds funny, but people got to watch the Pittsburgh Penguin mascot when the lady's in the alley. Remember that?
You mean Face Off?
Yeah. No, Sudden Death.
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm thinking of one with some whole time.
They changed their faces. Yeah, Sudden Death, whatever, that lady's in the penguin outfit and Van Damme does all that in the kitchen and just beats. It's funny seeing him fight this penguin. But I was like, okay, there we go. That's a good movie. I mean, with Van Damme acting and he has got kids and stuff, he's not just fighting and beating up people. And so I got 2 for that. That's 2 fight scenes. Let's see, what is that? Fight, kiss.
Okay, I got one, the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Oh, yeah.
Have you listened to that?
No, but I want to get it as soon as it comes out.
Dude, it's going to be a waste for you if you're not able to see it, because in this one's seeing this stuff. But there
Yeah.
it ends where it's just the original Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh.
And all the different Deadpools from all the other realities, there's like 100 of them.
Yeah.
And Deadpool and Wolverine just kill them all brutally.
They just kill all the Deadpools.
What's that?
They kill all the Deadpools.
Yeah. But, Ryan Reynolds Deadpools.
Yeah. I heard they brought Chris Evans back in there as a Human Torch.
Yeah, he got killed.
And a couple other characters from the past. Oh, you know what? There's a new Superman Legacy. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I think so.
And I don't know who. It's 2 people. I don't know who Superman and Lois. But the dude who played Beast is going to be Lex Luthor. uh, Nicholas Holt is his name. The young beast.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be Lex Luthor, so I can imagine him, but I can't imagine the other two. I guess they're rebooting it again. Hopefully they're going more like the Christopher Reeve Superman. So, but you know what the big stink is going to be now?
I hope it ain't another fucking origin story. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, they're doing it again though. They're going to go back and do Superman Legacy. It's going to be Smallville on up. And I don't know. But you know what the big question is going to be? Is he going to have underwear or no underwear, right?
Yeah.
Because the original Superman,
Yeah,
it don't matter to me.
I traded some of my old comics for some new comics.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of different variations of Superman's outfit now.
Yeah. So what are we going to do? What are we going to see?
Then again, there's now DC. There used to be the couple in the multiverse. Now there's a million.
So we got
Yeah, there's like
fight scene, and then what else we got? Dance. The only one I got for that so far is in American Wedding when Stifler is in the gay bar and he's having his dance off. He said,
yeah, okay.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that's a good dance. Yeah, that's just a good dance, period. And it's so hilarious with Sean William Scott. He hasn't done nothing in a while, too. What the hell?
I heard she did Stifler's mother.
Huh? A movie?
I heard she did Stifler's mother.
No.
Remember the movie?
Yeah, she was alright. What?
Yeah, what's her name? She's in everything now.
Yeah, that lady, Stifler's mom. And then the Finch came back and got her. And then what's his name ended up doing with the other one's mom in the third one, or the fourth one.
I don't know if I've seen the third one.
The fourth. No, that was the wedding. That was the one I just talked about. The fourth one was a reunion when they came back. And he finally got to get. He got his revenge. He got to do it with Finch's mom, Stifler.
Oh.
Yeah, he finally hooked up with Finch's mom at the end. In American Reunion, it was called. But yeah, so we got that, and then we have the best poop scene. I got 3 of them now. The first one I had was the one in Dumb and Dumber, whenever Jeff Daniels is on the toilet after Jim Carrey gives him the laxative. The second one, what the hell did I say the second one was? Damn. The third one was Jurassic Park with that Triceratops, that giant pile of crap. And
Oh, yeah, okay.
I remember she's like, I'm going to have to check it out. She wants to stick her hands in it. And Jeff Goldblum says something funny, about that being one giant pile of shit. So, I don't know, but there was a second one that I had in there. I can't remember. It's on the things, though, out there. But, yeah. Jeff Goldblum is in a new movie, Wicked. I guess it's an animated Wizard of Oz that's coming out.
I've seen the Broadway play, man. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah? And
Yeah,
I don't know who
read
he
the book
plays.
one time, too.
Well, that sounds... Is it Dorothy or is it some other character?
No, it's the good witch Gwendolyn, or whatever her name is.
Yeah,
and then the
Gwendolyn,
Wicked
yeah.
Witch, and they're sisters.
Like a
It's
prequel.
like, kind of like,
Okay.
yeah, it's a prequel.
Kind of like the one with James Franco. Except for one of the sisters.
Oh,
Was,
yeah.
one of the sisters is already dead. I don't understand why they never have all 4 sisters, right? Because there was north, south, east, and west. There's always 1 or 2 of them dead when they start the movie. And the Wizard of Oz, 2 of them was dead already.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I had to think for a minute.
Or 1 was dead, and she dropped the house on the second one, and that only left the 2, 1 good and 1 bad. And then James Franco, there was 2 good ones and 2 bad ones and 1 good one.
You know what?
Yeah.
I watched that movie a couple times. I always fall asleep, and not that it's a bad movie or anything.
Mila Kunis was in that. Yeah, she played the Wicked Witch. And it's crazy when she transforms and then laughs. Because she just loves him, but her heart gets broken, so she becomes an evil witch. But remember you got the little teacup people, the little village made out of teacups, and people were...
Yeah.
That was cool. And then that monkey that talks, he's kind of like the sidekick. There's a talking monkey. And, I mean, I liked it. And then Return to Oz. You remember that one from back in the 80s? With the girl from the Craft.
I never seen that.
Oh, you got to check that out if you can find. It's probably on TV. With the girl from the Craft and the water boy. I don't know how to say her name. It starts with an M.
Oh, with the crazy eyes from the craft.
Yeah, the dark hair.
Guy with the Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, that girl. She plays Dorothy.
Yeah,
She's
I don't know how to say her name either.
it's like 12 years old with little pigtails. She's way smaller than the original Dorothy was, you know. And there's no singing in it though. It's real dark and stuff. And Dorothy, it's in the 80s it came out. She basically gets locked up in an asylum because they think she's nuts. So Annie M sends her to the crazy home. And then they're going to do shock therapy on her and all this nutsy stuff, but she escapes and ends up back in Oz and has this pumpkin-headed dude that she, like her sidekick and a couple other things, and it's a good story. A chicken that talks. One of her chickens ends up with her, like they came from the farm, you know, on the raft or whatever. Like there's a storm basically, and she gets on the raft and ends up in Oz when she wakes up. And instead of Toto, she got a chicken with her. But it talks because all the animals, in Oz, the animals talk. So it's crazy. There's a lunch pail tree. Get that. She reaches up and pulls a lunch pail down up. Like instead of apples on her tree, it's lunch boxes that grow. She opens it up and there's a wrap sandwich in there. And like an apple and a drink. Because remember, in the original Wisdom Oz, the trees talked and they didn't want you picking their fruit. And this one, there's lunch boxes on their tree. And some lady that cuts people's heads off, she's the villain. Because the wizard left and everything, so there was nobody there to really be boss. And the scarecrow, you know, they just took over, you know. And the Munchkins are all gone and dead. It was depressing. The Yellow Brick Road's all busted up and there ain't much left. Oh my gosh. It's like the opposite of the original one. So if people want to check it out, though, it's called The Return to Oz. I mean, I count it like a trilogy. You know, that one's part 2, and then you have James Franco is like a prequel, but it's like a third one, kind of. How many Francos is there anyway? Either Dave Franco, James Franco, Matt Franco, right?
No, as far as I know, there's James and Davey.
I thought there was a Matt, too. Unless he's a football player, hockey player, and one other one.
I don't know. I never heard of him.
They all look the same. Who was the one that was in that Magic movie, Now You See Me? Was that Matt Franco? Or Dave Franco, I mean? That might have been Matt Franco.
From the 70s or 80s.
The new one, Now You See Me. The one with Jesse Eisenberg, Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's Davey Franco.
Okay, with Mark Ruffalo, remember Jesse Eisenberg? And Morgan Freeman.
I'm pretty sure it's Davey Franco.
Okay. They look a lot alike, though, the Francos. You know?
Yeah.
Franco. He got in trouble. I don't know if he got in trouble, but he was texting some like a teenage girl like a couple of years ago. He got caught in New York, and it came out online, but I don't know if anything came of it. But it was supposed to be like a 15-year-old girl that he got caught texting James Franco. So,
well, you know, that don't mean
he did anything wrong, no, but
somehow they got online and, you know.
Yeah, he said it was her birthday party or something to do with a birthday, something like that. But you know how Hollywood is. But yeah, we're getting ready. Do you have any other? See, we did all the kiss, poop, fight, dance. Kiss, poop, fight, dance. Oh, New York is New York is So the first one I got was at the end of Ghostbusters. You know, when they're celebrating and Ernie Hudson's like, "I love New York," and he screams. The second one I got was another something to do with Jason, but it's when Jason's walking through New York.
Jason in Manhattan.
Yeah, in New York, I mean. And then I just came up with...
I'm thinking more King Kong.
Yeah, well, there's so many of them it could be. And then I thought about, what the hell?
Yeah, right. They end up on,
I forget what the third thing, and I just had a third one the other day that I just came up with.
But yeah, there's so many good movies in New York City.
Yeah.
Escape from New York City?
Well, this could be made in it or just have something to do with New York.
Yeah, I mean, Goodfellas.
And I can't remember if it was back.
Sure.
It was something odd.
Yeah, I mean, you figure almost 45% of all movies take place in New York City.
Yeah.
The other 45% are in L.A.
Oh,
you know,
well, not now. It costs too much to shoot in New York and stuff. That's why they go to Vancouver. So,
Yeah.
but people know it's Canada and it ain't L.A. or New York. But I
We've
had
been talking about movies in Pittsburgh.
there hadn't been too many of them.
I'm calling you out, man. Movies in Pittsburgh.
About
man.
10 maybe, like 10 of them. You know, I can name 3 right now. The Bruce Willis one where he was on the boat, right? Some kind of,
Yeah.
and then the one with abducted by with the kid from Twilight.
I never saw that, but I know what you mean. I want to see that.
I mean, he could have been an action star. I don't know what the heck happened. He was jumping up buildings,
Yeah.
and then the other one was
You know what? He really couldn't act. He was just a teenage heartthrob.
yeah, just an action. He could have just been an action. And then the other one was the third Batman. They did shoot parts
Yeah,
of that, right? With Hines Ward, The Dark Knight Rises. They shot part of that in Pittsburgh. So I know those 3. But those were all recently, right? In the last like 10 years.
All right. Jack Reacher.
Okay, I didn't know they shot that. The TV show or the movie?
Yeah, what's that?
The movie or the show?
The movie. I think it's the second or third one with Tom Cruise.
He's got another Mission Impossible coming out now. I mean, Jesus.
I
thought they were done. Every single one, he's like, trust me, one last time. Right? In the commercial.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack Reacher?
Yeah, Jack Reacher.
So that's 4.
All right. Oh shit! I just had one, and
it's always right there.
Like,
yeah.
Houston Wolf.
Wolf?
I don't know if it's actually supposed to be in Pittsburgh, but it's all filmed in Pittsburgh.
What is it?
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, okay.
Silence of the Lambs. The majority of the movie is shot in the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
And Soldiers and Sailors, where he hangs. You've seen it, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love that sound. It's the original one. Oh my gosh, it's just.
Yeah.
It messes with your head. That movie. Because it's always like being on the edge. The whole movie is like being on the edge of your seat, basically, just waiting to fall off.
Yeah, the first time you watch it, yeah, right.
I didn't like that Buffalo
That's
Bill.
a great movie, but I mean, you know,
That guy's
Mary
nuts.
Beth, that's her favorite movie. I bet you since I've been with her in the last 10 years, I've watched it 100 times.
That movie. I like the prequel one too. Hannibal.
Hannibal Rising.
No, Hannibal Rising. Yeah, where they showed how he became that way. That was crazy. Ugh.
Yeah. And then I like the second one, Hannibal.
Yeah.
Where he's in Europe. I like it because it's more about him.
Yeah, that's like the 4th one because it came out after the Dragon. What was it, Red Dragon?
Red Dragon.
And then the other one, it was a remake of Red Dragon. I don't know. There was 2 of them. It was the same story, right? Red Dragon and
yeah. The tattoo, dragon tattoo, or.
No, Red Dragon.
And then
It had Edward Norton in it, right?
What is it? Girl with the red dragon. The red dragon tattoo. Girl with the dragon tattoo. Yeah.
No.
There's actually one. There's actually one.
I'm talking about
before it, but Anthony Hopkins doesn't play Hannibal.
Silence of the Lambs.
It's called Mindhunter.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. There's Red Dragon and
Yeah.
Mindhunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like neither one of
Girl
them.
with the dragon tattoos. One of the Hannibals too.
Yeah, I didn't like neither one of them. I like Hannibal Rising, Silence of the Lambs. I like those 3. The other 2,
Yeah.
and I never checked out the TV show. It got canceled quick though.
You know, when it first came on,
So
I didn't like it that much. I watched about first 8 episodes one night. I couldn't sleep. It was pretty good.
they just said there's a new Twilight of the Dead, a new Romero. Romero died, but they're going to do another. I guess he had another movie continuing on that story. I thought Land of the Dead was the last one. Now there's remember when Leguizamo, John Leguizamo, Land of the. But then they did Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead. I mean, was there another one? How many daggone of the Dead has there been?
There was the one with John Leguizamo.
That was Land of the Dead, yeah.
That's a movie in Pittsburgh.
Oh, they shot that in Pittsburgh too? Okay, so maybe they'll do Twilight of the
Yeah,
Dead.
because the city they're trapped in is Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Where, how they're shooting the fireworks off to get the zombies' attention.
I was a mover.
Yeah.
And all them like buildings and I was
Yeah.
in all of them. I knew exactly where they were.
Okay. See, I like that one. I like that. That's the fourth original Romero. You know what I mean? After Night of the Living Dead,
Hey,
Dawn,
do you know what's
and
the
Day.
one? It was like in the 80s where they filmed it in the Monroeville Mall.
That was Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
my cousin, it's my cousin's husband.
Yeah.
He's the zombie that supposedly rips a guy off a blood pressure machine.
Oh yeah.
A blood pressure machine.
That's the one with Bub
I
in it.
never got to see it.
Remember
What's
the?
that?
That's the one with Bub. The smart zombie was using the phone and stuff. They were teaching them.
See, I never saw it. That's the point I'm getting.
Yeah, that guy was from around here too. He played Bub.
What is that again?
That's the third one. Day of the Dead.
Day
Wait.
of the Dead. Yeah.
No, Dawn of the Dead is when they're in. No, Dawn of the Dead is when they're in Pittsburgh in the mall. Day of the Dead is when they're trapped below ground with this zombie and they're teaching them how to be. But you're talking about the one that, and the remake they did at the Mall of America. The remake of Dawn of the Dead with Ving Rhames in it.
Yeah, the one with Ving Rhames and
It's pretty much the same movie, except for
they're on the mall. There's the guy across, and they're putting up signs.
Yeah, they don't do that in the original one. Yeah.
I like the one John Leguizamo.
Yeah, they don't do that in the original. The original one, they're in the Monroeville Mall, yeah, and you can tell where it is, and they just, raid the place, and they board it up so they can stay in there, but eventually, I mean, outside, all the zombies start coming to the mall because they say they're used to doing that when they're alive, so when they're dead, they go back to, so, but then they realize they can't get out the front door, how else they gonna get out, so they try to make their way to the roof, and then put a sign on the roof for a helicopter or something to get, but they weren't like writing signs and playing games like in that one. But yeah.
All right, Harold. I'm gonna test your.
Yeah, test my things here, and then we're gonna sign off.
Filmed in Ambridge, Pennsylvania.
Which one? Because I was gonna tell you to bring up A League of Their Own recently, and then that mine.
Or TV shows.
And then that mine thing. And that mine thing, right? Some kind of mine hunter thing.
Yeah, mine hunter. Okay.
And then one for the money.
One for the money. Oh, I wasn't even thinking that. Good.
That's the only.
Man Called Otto.
Okay, that was recently with Tom Hanks. Yeah, we gotta let these people know. A League of Their Own is on.
That's another Pittsburgh movie. Most of it was filmed in Pittsburgh.
A League of Their Own is the women's version. Or is it man? Wait, who is it? Women or men in that? Oh, it's a TV show. Okay. Right?
League of Their Own.
Yeah, just a remake of the TV show, right?
Or the movie.
Yeah, I mean it's a remake of the movie, but it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cool. You know that little field where the 911 center is in Ambridge?
Yeah.
They made that into like a little baseball stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball field.
Yeah.
And they had I got to go there. I guess it was the bus.
Yeah.
From it.
Yeah.
I got to go, and it was real cool. It was this bus from like the 30s, I guess the 40s, I would say.
Yeah. And you said you got some props too, didn't you?
Cool, yeah.
Didn't you get some props?
I'm sorry, what you said?
Didn't you get some props? You said there were some signs and stuff or something, or you couldn't get it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all the store, the one half of the stores, like from 6th Street.
Yeah.
Down to 4th Street.
Yeah.
They put all stuff like they were like old stores from the 40s. Even though they were. Yeah, I was trying to steal the one sign, but somebody got it before me.
Okay, I was gonna say because they throw that stuff away, or somebody will get it and put it on eBay. You know what I mean? Any kind of prop. But we're getting ready to sign off here, so I'm gonna tell people who love the choice and sows the hate and to be the light. And we're gonna be back as soon as we can.
And remember, Donald Trump got reelected. The nightmares just beginning.
Oh wow.